Alright, hello, welcome to another Game Over podcast. Today we are discussing the eagerly awaited Alien Covenant. I am here with Dan.
Hello.
And Aaron.
Hello.
Now, I'm going to take a bit of a backseat with this one because this isn't my film. This isn't the film that Game Over has most been eagerly looking forward to. This is the film that Dan has most been looking forward to. So, Dan, take it away. This is yours. Alien Covenant. Do we like it? Do you like it?
I liked it, but a weird thing, as soon as you finished watching it, I turned to you and said I don't hate it. And I don't hate it, which is a crap review of it, but Alien is my favourite franchise, film of all time. Mm-hmm. And there are certain things I want from an Alien film that this film does, but I kind of feel some of them are kind of either shoehorned in or they're just things that Alien film does.
Such as?
So Alien film should have body horror, it should have kind of horror, it should have some sort of odd sexual grotesqueness.
Yes.
And it has all that, but Alien plays on that more than Covenant does. Like, they're just things that happen in this. They're not a point of it all. They're not... I don't feel uncomfortable watching... Oh, no, that's a lie. I felt uncomfortable watching some of the burster scenes in it, but not in the same way that Alien made me.
Well, is that because this is kind of a bigger, both in terms of scale and scope, actually, a bigger film? Because Alien's is like a few people on a ship and that's kind of it. It's the single location, whereas this one's like, look, everything's really big. In fact, we've got a whole planet, so maybe it's a less enclosed thing. And
I thought that was going to be a bigger problem for me. It wasn't quite as bad because they luckily managed to hide in enclosed spaces within this massive place.
Yeah.
Or in the dark lakes outside enclosed.
But you never got that sense of like claustrophobia that was present in Aliens.
Yes, not
Aliens. That is Alien to me. Like the whole sense of everything is kind of the same tone, so therefore you don't know where the xenomorph's coming from. You don't actually know where your character is right now.
Yeah.
You literally don't know what's around the corner. Whereas we know the Covenant ship. Like, you literally know the Covenant ship straight off the top of your head. Everything's a cylinder shoe.
It is one corridor with a couple of doors in.
There's no air vents. I haven't got, like, in my head that there's just going to be, like, coming through the ceiling tiles. And I'm like, that's what I loved about the Nostromo.
Yep.
I don't know the layout of the Nostromo. I could probably, like, draw the layout of the Covenant right now.
It's just a long line with rooms coming off of it by the looks of it.
Weird solar panels.
I do find that was a problem with it. When maybe they weren't on the ship long enough with the Alien. But then that's me wanting an Alien film and I've got an Alien film. I can't be too pissed at it for not being...
Can I just point out like a giant... Well, not a flaw, but like it goes back to my gripes with trailers. Mm-hmm. We know there's going to be a shower scene.
Yeah.
Sorted. Like, that shower scene is like 20 minutes from the end, man. I literally know the last 4 people alive.
Bit shoehorned in as well, because I was watching it, because I was actually waiting for that, because I'm like, that's...
When's that bit?
Well, that's a bit gross, and I can't wait for that to happen. Then the whole film's going on, I'm like, everyone's dead, like, there's no one left to have that scene. Maybe it was just going to be in the trailer, is what I thought. And then it's like, no, it's happening. Why? You know you're all in danger, there's no way we're all just safe now.
Also, why couldn't Mother mute their music? I'm assuming everything is running off one system right now.
I mean, surely she's been like, there is an unidentified thing near the shower. Get the fuck out now. I don't know why that didn't happen. Where does this... Because there's a lot of, not confusion, but just misinformation about when this is. Because in the magazine by our local cinema, it says it takes place 20 years before Alien. But then other things say it's shortly after Prometheus. And a lot of the speculation we had was when exactly is it? So when are we?
Is it 10 years?
It's 10 years.
It's 10 years after Prometheus. But I don't know how long that is before Alien.
See, I was of the understanding that Alien was like 2300s. Because this is...
Yeah, but I don't think it is.
You keep talking, I'm going to find out on the internet.
Yeah, I have seen that everyone thinks that Prometheus is like 100 years before Alien. This would frame it about 50 years before Alien. And I think you can actually watch this without watching Prometheus, which I was kind of impressed by.
I listened to a review yesterday that said, you don't need it. I'm like, yes, you do. Because otherwise, David is this like randomly horrible robot who randomly had a woman killed, spoiler alert, but also you've seen the film if you're listening to this, who's just like... I'm scary and very, very British. At least we know him from the last film.
Yeah, there is that too.
And I really do think that's necessary, because otherwise you've got like... Otherwise David lands on this planet of essentially random humanoid-looking people, and he's like, you're all dead, and I still am very, very British. Yeah. I think you need to see Prometheus. Whether or not you want to see Prometheus...
Yeah.
Sorry, you have to.
You watch Prometheus for Fassbender.
I think you watch both these films for Fassbender.
Well, we were saying yesterday, Prometheus isn't a bad film, it's just not great. Prometheus was As this goes to the problems that this solves from Prometheus. Prometheus was full of smart people doing dumb things.
Yes.
Like, really dumb things.
Are you saying smart people don't do dumb things in this movie, Dan? Because I got a fucking
No, they do, but not in the way Prometheus does.
Tell me more about
Prometheus
that.
has ridiculously dumb things going on for almost no reason. This has several dumb things going on. Don't get me wrong. Like the dude sniffing a flower is dumb.
Yeah.
But he's not a scientist, he's a soldier.
Yeah.
So I can kind of look at like, okay, maybe you might do something like that. Going down to the planet without spacesuits, what we were on about earlier, is... as soon as you came in, I felt I'd missed a line where someone said the planet is breathable.
But this is it. So they're going to Origai 6, which is the name of the planet they're looking for, the one that's most habitable and I guess looks kind of like Earth. And on their way, they discover a new planet, which they're picking up a signal from David, as it turns out, who's been on that planet since Prometheus. So they decide to stop off at that planet. They go, well, this matches Earth, in a sense. We can live on it. It's habitable. Let's go. And then they're like, no, let me just walk around smoking, breathing all the air. Like
so that I found...
I even thought taking a smoke was a bit of a risk, really, because you don't know...
something...
Yeah, what if the air's flammable or something like you can breathe it, but these people taking like slightly too many risks and not being scientific enough about it.
Yeah.
So, fair enough, it's like Earth. But I think as a planet that they know very little about, because they're just like, hey, it's like Earth.
Yeah.
But they only just found out. So knowing what they know and knowing what they don't, they should have gone in with spacesuits. Even if someone went like,
when they can get on the ground, they can go, oh wait, hang on.
Sorry,
my reading sensing will take a helmet off, and it works, which is what they did in Prometheus.
Or even
Prometheus actually answers that problem. That's one thing Grease does right. They have spacesuits all throughout the planet. They get underground, and Logan Marshall Green goes, hang on a minute, I think there's sort of oxygen here, and there's something in this place that's like generating real atmosphere, and takes his mask off.
I would have accepted either that, or they go about and someone hilariously trips over and they crack their thing, and I was like, oh no, you're gonna die. Actually, we're fine.
Yeah.
Tension broken. But no, they're just like, no, I'm gonna take my thing out, I'm gonna go for a wee, but Niles, he doesn't go for a wee, he's like, I'm gonna go for a piss.
I don't know why he just go for a smoke. That's perfectly acceptable.
Well, you don't need to lie about that.
Yeah.
Well, he gets a thing in him.
Yeah.
And
Which
then,
is cool. Yeah,
so that was cool. And I'll admit the smoke bit. See, if he did just said going for a smoke, it wouldn't have been a problem, because I quite liked the way that looked when he blew the smoke ring and it suddenly like activated all the particles in the air. Like, that looked awesome. Was, like, the film is beautiful.
Yes, it is, and you can never say a Ridley Scott film isn't. I think like it looks
solid or like there,
like tactile.
It's not like looking at something that's sci-fi and like, it's solid. It's all the sets are there. It's not digital. It's not.
I could very much believe that the sets are real, but maybe they've done some sort of extension stuff. Like because like even in that very first. Very on the nose, but all the same enjoyable first scene where David is first wakes up and he's like, if you created me, who created you? Very on the nose. But also, you look at that and go, that could be CGI, but also it might be real. When you look at sci-fi films, whether they are Avatar, you go, obviously CGI, like definitely, probably. But with this, I'm looking at more like Arrival or Interstellar, where you go, that stuff's real. It looks tactile, and it looks like how this thing that we've never seen before might look. And when they're going over the planet, like I don't believe that's just like. I mean, I do believe it's a CGI rendering because it is, but it looks like how being in space would look.
Like.
Your brain doesn't immediately go, oh, no, we're still in a movie.
Exactly that. So the alien pathogen makes its way into a couple of the crew. They're all like, and
gallons of blood.
And it is horrible. Let's talk about that because that's all anybody really wants.
Yes, I think not that it shocked me and made me feel ill or anything like that, but I did think that nowadays I can't feel odd watching something like that. But like the backburster scene, like the first chest move, is horrendous.
His whole spine came out, and
he's wobbling. His face is sort of like convulsing. His eyes are rolling back, and it splits at the back, and he kind of.
It's a bit where he goes limp.
It's horrible.
Yeah,
he just falls back, and his spine is not there. Like that's horrible.
Yeah.
Oh, Mr. Slinky.
That did exactly what the chestburster scene did. I assume for audiences then, like it didn't make me feel ill or anything, but there was I clenched the on my chair for a little bit. Like, oh no, like kind of.
Oh, that's a bit nasty.
Like he is so dead.
I'd like to hear somebody's opinion of that scene that has not seen any Alien movies. That
just
let's
for
watch
that.
Covenant.
Yeah,
because nothing else is on this week.
And there were people that would have done. There were people that would have watched that scene.
The chestburster scene from Alien is like so iconic now. Like even if you haven't seen Alien, you've probably seen that.
The best thing about that scene for me is the bit where it runs away.
Like and it grows. Oh my god! It develops so quickly. It's like dog sized. Like 10 seconds later.
What did we think the fact that it kind of skipped a stage kind of came out as like part xenomorph?
Yeah, it was a little version of the big thing basically.
Yeah.
Whereas in the first one, it's kind of an albino thing.
Yeah,
looks like a penis basically.
Literally.
Yeah, I did wonder why they changed that. Other than the fact that technology now, and it looks cool, having it like clawing its way out makes that scene.
It kind of makes sense with
gross
like
of a-
David mucking about with biology and whatever, and becoming
well-
a zoologist. One thing that ticks me off a bit.
I think I might agree with you, but go on.
It's why are they bulletproof? When everybody's in the tall grass, like they're getting like
Yeah, they're getting pounded with guns.
Yeah.
No.
And-
Like a shot to the face should have killed it.
yeah, they got because the captain comes in later and just like 3 shots one.
Yeah.
Yeah, to the point where like, that's how he should have died.
Yeah,
Also, irresponsibly shooting around a ship where there are definitely explosives and what a goof,
Yeah,
we
the
all
shotgun.
died.
Yeah, and it's the bit where the camera previously was just like, there's definitely explosives in here.
Yeah,
I'm
maybe,
like,
yeah.
we didn't need that.
We
There's
didn't
a
need
sign
that
that like
bit. Yeah.
literally says explosives. The camera doesn't need stuff.
I get the sheer blind panic of it, but it was only when he went like what, and then she was like, "Oh my god, we're all shit." And
I like the fact that the geologist lass got the knife. I like the fact that she actually tried to defend herself.
But like, she so fucking died.
Like
That's Serafina Peccary from Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them. She is the
Is it?
yeah,
Magic Obama. Yeah.
cool.
Oh, I didn't notice that.
I was also like kind of split with the crew's performance, especially the guy that takes over as captain.
Yeah.
Like
Billy Crudup.
nobody's that stupid.
Is he?
That was
Is he
Billy
Dr.
Crudup
Manhattan?
and Oram. Yeah.
I refuse to believe anybody's that stupid. Like, if you know
Well,
what I
when
mean.
David's like, "Come look at this
This
egg."
egg.
Just a
Yeah.
bit closer, a bit.
It's that, and it's the lack of discussion when going to this new planet. That is a big step. We're totally going off course.
But then, and I am with you on that, but it is a big deciding factor that they don't want to go back and cry sleep after James Franco just
Yeah, I like that-
fucking
I like that
roasted
they-
5
I like
minutes
that they
into the
said
film.
Nobody actually voiced that. He literally just said the line, and nobody wants to go back in. Whereas we never actually saw any of the crew like,
No, one of the women does say, I'm not going back to Chrysleep.
so then stay away for 7 years.
But also,
But
just
then Catherine Watson does argue that planet's a terrible place to go to.
well, she
and puts forward
argues
the
that
argument
they
like,
don't
yeah.
know enough about
Yeah.
it, but not
And
that.
then he goes all captain and goes, well, go on, bitch. No, he just...
Fuck off. Yeah,
He-
they can only, as scientists, they can only ever work with the information they've got, and this planet seems pretty good. And yes, she goes, well, it seems a bit too good to be true, but at the same time,
But they're scientists, man. Surely they know the risks.
well, they don't know anything about this planet, so yeah.
Exactly, that's a fucking major
But then, what do they know about Orogai 6?
everything.
Yeah, she did
That's
say
probably
which planet, which planet, we know the terrain, we know everything. This is something...
I know I'm going to build my cabin log wood
And there is a bit where Billy Crudup then goes, well, we'll just pass by the planet and we'll have a look at it. I think, that's a cool answer, I like that. But they don't do that.
So
What they do is they get there and then suddenly they launch the ship and like, no, if they just stayed there, sent a probe down, again, that would have answered the question about no suits. If they just stayed there, looked at it, read readings and said, oh my god, it's breathable.
That's what it took
Like,
them
they don't
3
have to
weeks
do
to
anything
get
that
there.
hard. Like, they just have to, yes.
Because they were like, it's 3 weeks away.
Yes.
7 years, 3
And
weeks.
they could have had
7
like
years,
an
3
extra
weeks.
10 minutes of footage on the ship as they travel there, to them analysing it and someone going, I think it might actually be breathable.
And then
Would have
we
actually
get-
answered that problem.
It's one of the like major gripes I have with the film that there's a lot to pick at.
There it is.
Yeah.
And
like-
I don't like picking up my alien movies. I like putting number one and going, cool. That's
But it is
literally-
also, but it is also about the weight that you consider these things you have problems with have on the film. For example, one of my issues with Guardians of the Galaxy is that Ego is like, I want to get my son on board so we can take over the universe. By the way, I gave your mum cancer, and like at that point, like he's
He's
not.
suddenly not on board, yeah.
He's not going to go like I'm definitely going to team up with you now, Dad. Like that's not going to happen, and that really weighs that film down for me. But equally, you look at Alien Covenant, and you have these things to pick at, and it's about they don't make the film a lot worse. They make it like a little bit worse, but they don't make it a lot worse. So sure, when they're like, oh no, let's go and smoke and whatever on the planet, we can do that. But again, there's a lot more film around that. And a lot more to be enjoyed, I think.
Yeah, there's more enjoyment and stuff to not pick at than there is to pick at in it.
Yeah, I mean, when David first turns up, like, and then he's going through this damned necropolis. That's the name of my new band, by the way. And it looks so cool, and you're like, you know, some shit's gone down, but also, no one's looking around going,
What the fuck's all these bodies?
what happened here?
Yeah.
What is happening?
It's when they're all-
everybody died, and you're still here. And then also, when he's like, I'm Michael Fassbender as well, no one goes,
What?
there's no way there's the David model is the only one, right? Like, it's not like they've just got loads of Michael Fassbenders back at Earth, do they?
They got like 26, man.
They must
I
have
don't know,
others,
yeah,
right?
they don't reference whether they do or not.
Like, no one's even surprised. Just like, yep, okay, cool, another Michael Fassbender, he's behind me, he's in front of me, cool, whatever.
Yeah.
And then when he cuts his hat, at no point does she say to Walter, the American one, like, okay, listen, here's our code word. If I say like Barzoople and you say Shoop-da-whoop-da-boople, then I know you're you, yeah? But they never established...
Yeah.
Because when we found out that Fassbender was playing two robots, I'm like, cool, Michael Fassbender and Michael Fassfleck, so excellent. They're going to have to play it off like, oh, is it him or is it him kind of thing? And they did that, but it was kind of like in...
No one else. Yeah,
it was like a fake
it was obvious that they were
contrivance.
going to switch at some point.
Yeah.
And no one else on the crew
But like
suspected them of happening that.
Like, when...
everything in the damn necropolis, literally felt like it happened within like less than 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Like there was so much going on, even though it was like a good 20-minute thing. But I don't think like time was given to like highlight the whole Fassbender off. So even when we were having the inevitable fight, you weren't like, hey, David's gonna lose. No, he isn't. No, like no.
Well, I don't know. Like Walter came back.
No,
and he was
we know
like,
the end of the movie.
That's true.
we know the shower
know,
scene.
yeah.
But here's the thing. So Walter and David have this fight, and like one of them dies. But also, when he first came out with the jacket on, he was like, "I'm running off the ship as well," like Terminator 2 style.
Yeah.
He had the stuff coming out of his ear, and I'm like,
Yeah.
that's David.
Yeah.
And then the whole film's like, but is it though? Yes. Is it? Maybe. No, it's David. It's David.
Yeah.
It's David the whole time. And also, so he's David. But why is David evil? Like, I understand he's like somewhat disdainful of the human race and whatever, and we're weak and we'll eventually die and all that sort of thing. But he's like properly evil. He's like going to do a genocide, and I know he's like, oh, she Elizabeth Shaw died, and it was like the saddest thing. And I really like no. We saw you did a genocide. Now there's really no coming back from that. You can't be. I'm not.
But then it turns out that he killed her, and then he experimented on her.
Yeah.
And left her a horrendously mangled and rotting corpse somewhere, which is so evil.
Well, it's quite Frankenstein.
I do wonder,
And
they mentioned that as well, though.
Yeah.
Where
Well, they mentioned the modern Prometheus, which is the subtitle of the Frankenstein book.
there's a point where I think he's quoting Byron, and Walter goes, "That's not Byron, that's Shelley."
What is he? As in when he's
as
like,
opposed to Mary Shelley?
I looked upon my kingdom, and which, by the way, is the same poem that fucking Walter White gives in the trailer for the penultimate episode of Breaking Bad. Ozymandias, King of Kings.
Also in Watchmen.
Also, not by Byron or by Mary Shelley.
No, I don't know who it was by, but I'm not entirely sure why they said it was by. I don't know if they even said it was by Byron, actually.
Well,
I think
isn't there a bit
I think
where
he compares himself to Byron, and then
not
Walter goes, "No, you're more like Shelley." Like, no,
But
that's clever.
but the thing is, it's not Mary Shelley, it's Percy Shelley. Who did the? But this is the confusion because Percy Shelley wrote Ozymandias, the poem, and then Mary Shelley did Frankenstein : or the modern Prometheus. So it's literate and it's semi-literate as well. And there's some cool stuff in there. And then when David first meets Walter, he's like, come along, brother. We have so much to learn. Oh, here's a flute. I'll help you with the fingering. And
that was bizarre.
That wording was just like.
I also kept thinking at some point he's going to go poof and push the flute for his head. I thought that was going to be when they switched, and that would have been a better switch moment. Maybe.
But no, they get in a fight. But then he and then pulls out the rip cord like he's a Beyblade out of his neck, and then he's like, I'm back. I'm back here, and there have been some upgrades since your time, which I thought would have been cool. Like, why not have Walter ultimately win that fight? But this is how I would have made the ending better. Spoiler territory, yeah. So at the end,
Bit lit for that.
so definitely. So Catherine Watson goes back into cryosleep, and she's like, "So Walter, what about that cabin we're gonna build?" And he goes,
"Cabin."
And she's like, and he's like, "I'm bloody sorry, but I'm here now." Ba 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 ba. Like, he didn't need to do that. That again, that's evil as well. He could have just waited 5 seconds, and he could have just gone, "Oh yeah, that can, absolutely." And then when she goes to sleep, he would have been like, "I'm on the ship now. Excellent bloody stuff." He didn't need to be like, "And I'm evil too." Because otherwise, she's just like, because she's gonna wake up and know.
So I'd have fixed that a different way.
Oh no, she's dead, man.
She's asleep.
100% dead.
She will be dead.
She's going to be no more.
She's not going to wake up.
Yeah.
No, she's for all intents and purposes.
Yeah, no. She's done. Yeah.
But again, it's just so unnecessarily evil, because here's how I would have ended it. So, because for that whole last bit, we're like, David, Walter, David, Walter, David, Walter. I would have had him actually just be Walter,
and then come around to David's way of thinking.
Yeah, exactly that. Because then that's constant progression. Plus, it would mean evil, horrible, genocidal David died as well, which we kind of want. Because otherwise, it's like, ha ha ha, the bad guy wins. I'm going to start my ominous villain music now. Wagner, yes, sure.
We could have downloaded David on one of the chips that are installed in everybody's helmets.
Also that. And here's how I would... So it would be Walter, and he's come... but he still cares for Pop and Tina and all that. And he's come around Dave's way of thinking, and the way they reveal that is when he's like, ooh, like coughs up a couple of the egg things, and you go... And equally, they could leave that as ambiguity, like, is he David, is he Walter? But I would prefer it to have been Walter, because then he'd still know the thing.
Yeah, but then the argument for that is Walter doesn't have that sense of creation or ambivalence, he has no emotion, whereas David does, and that was David's flaw, was David could emote, David could feel kind of anger and kind of thing against his creators.
And so they made the future models.
So David doesn't have that, so if David had done that, but also, you can't just reprogram something that's not programmed to do it.
But then David's like the best robot so far. Like, he could have just... And you know they're trying to hold you back, you know? Like, are you telling me that these robots, after in the post-David era, have no way of advancement?
Maybe.
Not David, the super genius robot that can just be like... But
then if they'd have done that, would we then not be arguing that, so what you mean is he made an advanced robot and then fixed it?
Yeah. I think that'd be fine.
I don't know.
No.
I quite like that it was David. I'd have fixed it slightly differently. I'd have had that ending bit for him to talk about the cabin, and for him to, without missing a beat, go, "I'm sorry," and talk straight as well, talk straight as David, and turn it off. That was it. Yeah, I'd have had him not hide it, not talking to him. I'd have had him just drop the accent and go straight back to David's accent instantly.
I think
then walk away.
I think it just bothers me that he's like properly evil, because
he is proper evil.
Because if you're a god type character, unless you're like an evil god type character, or if you're a robot who's beyond our capabilities, evil wouldn't factor in. I think because the robots, as we've learned from Whale and Corp for the past basically, will do whatever is needed to make sure the corporation succeeds in its terraforming and its colonization and all that sort of thing. So for the robot to be like, ha 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 ha, I'm evil. No, just do what they're doing. Like Hannibal from Hannibal is evil, and he doesn't think he's right, but he's like, I might as well because I can get away with it. And Ego is for some reason evil in Guardians of the Galaxy, even though he is beyond any normal sense of feeling because evil's a human concept, right?
Everybody has different types of morality.
I agree. I agree people have different types of morality, but as a god type character, you just wouldn't be evil. You just do what you do, and then the puny humans would go, ooh, but don't do that. But David is properly evil.
Yeah.
Because when he's like, I'm going to do to you what I did to her, like,
holy crap.
Like you've seen Lawrence of Arabia before. Don't be horrible, basically. And it does nothing to make us sympathise with him at all, because he's all that's going to be. He's going to be the next one. But also, we know where this is going. That ultimately, next Alien film, they discover some aliens in Alien 3 Resurrection. They discover some aliens, and the good guy defeats them. And so David's evil plan was basically for nothing.
Yeah, but we don't know what David's doing in them. David could still be relevant.
David's got to be dead by the time Alien comes around.
No, he's unkillable. Like, he literally is Brainiac.
Where's Brainiac?
It's a computer that exists. It's like downloading yourself into the internet. You can't delete me.
Like Chappie.
No, right.
I think David's got to die, because otherwise he's just evil.
What if he doesn't die, and then by the end of Alien
Ridley's
Covenant 3,
only going to do two more films instead of 4 more.
Yeah. So what if in the second one, like the one that's right before Alien, they did something where you see him on a crashed Promethean ship. Not Promethean ship, sorry, a crashed engineer ship.
Yeah.
And looking down from somewhere, and he watches as Kane gets the hugger on his face. And you reframe it to the point where that signal was sent specifically by him. God knows, like, if it ended...
But that's in your head for a while.
But if it ended the moment Alien starts.
But then, what's David doing? Just like randomly killing a handful of humans every time they go to space?
No, but he's taking that egg off of that planet.
He's Osmandius.
He's
he isn't even in the frame
around.
anymore.
It's like a disease
he's
at that
just
point.
Stood there, pulling strings. He doesn't need to be there anymore.
But regardless, we've still got 2 more Alien films to go. David has to be in them.
Yep.
but like in the first one, we're like, oh, okay, cool robot. And this one, he's like, a bit suspicious. But now, properly
He's
evil.
properly evil,
Whatever he does in the next one, we're going to be like, no one trusts him. Everybody stop. You're all dumb. And there's no duplicity to him anymore because we know he's just going to do some horrible shit.
The other thing is,
the company must know he like exists by now.
Well, I don't know
because they're 10 years later and they're deep into space now.
Yeah, but everything's recorded, even if it's sent a year and a half later.
Oh yeah.
Like,
but he also sent that recording out as Walter to say that all the crew died except for people.
No, there must be like some way of tracing that.
Probably, but also they're going to just believe their robot over whatever the facts are. But I just think because what essentially we've got in David is an unstoppable bad guy. In the same way that we don't really like Superman a whole lot because he's OP, he's too good, he's too nice, and he's got all the powers that the situation requires. David is unstoppable, and that's not interesting.
Yeah,
but that's the thing. We
plus okay, David
we know
created...
he wins in at least some regard. Like his legacy exists. He doesn't care if he dies as long as.
I don't know. I think he very much cares if he dies. Like, he definitely wants to live. He wants to live forever. I think. But then that's speculation and extrapolation at this point.
Yeah, I do wonder where it's going to go. And I know that really they're filming the next Alien next year.
In 14 months.
Yeah, so they have plans for it, which means at this point he must have, maybe not a script, but a story.
Yes.
He must know where the next two films are going.
He needs to make us at least relate to him.
Yeah. I mean, he did. I think he did a fine job before David just like did a genocide, and obviously just killed Dr. Shaw. In the worst way. Like
but that's the thing. Like
she was dead.
Imagine if she just died in the crash, and like that would have been fine. By the way,
yes,
I would have been fine with that.
Well, like if she died in the crash,
but that's the thing.
That's the reason he goes mad. Like,
we don't know if he envies mankind. He doesn't know if he has no right to like outright hate us. Like, he can hate the company.
Yeah.
Sorry, he can destroy the company on a, like, cybernetic level.
But then that's kind of foreshadowed a little bit when he's like, so one day you will die and I will continue. And I guess that's what that is.
Bring me my fucking tea.
I guess that's just him sort of right from very early on in his life, I guess, perceiving that humans are just weaker and therefore he must be better. And this is exactly it. Because if you've got a character who is superior, they're not going to be just evil. I think.
But that like kind of goes back to the really obscure ziggurat theory, which is the fact that if you put a supercomputer in a chair that controls everything, it'll just nuke the Earth, because if mankind doesn't exist, what doesn't exist?
And also, we're clearly the worst thing that happened to the planet.
Oh, yeah.
But then David's gone way beyond that. He's like, we're the worst thing that happened to the universe, except we've not colonized the universe.
Yeah, it's the Halo theory.
Which is?
The Halo, from Halo.
Okay.
So the Halo is literally kill all biological life.
Yeah, to stop the spread of the flood.
Yeah, you just kill everything to save everything.
Indiscriminate. But then, what does David ultimately want? Okay, let's say he genocides all humanity ever. He's the last person.
The last Alien movie is going to make a Predator. No, I'm sorry, no.
No. New. But okay. So, but if David does kill everyone ever, let's say his perfect apex predator does that, because that is what the alien is. It's somehow bulletproof, faster, quicker, stronger than everything.
Yep.
With acidy blood, just in case. Then what?
I should have went through that guy's first.
He's the last person in the universe now.
Yeah, I don't know what his goal out of it is.
I'm just ripping off Halo again. He'll have a Noah's Ark theory. So he basically has the DNA of everything he wants to save, and then just restarts life.
But then,
we're totally going too far here. But like,
this is all speculation at this point. But I mean, he could do, but he just seems actively disdainful of our species, and there really isn't anything. When he killed the engineers, and it's like he doesn't want any other life competing against his.
I think he just likes the challenge. So when it gets further along, he's just gonna like totally regret everything and then just kill the aliens. Like, he's got to have a backup plan. You literally can't like engineer this stuff. This isn't like Jurassic Park. Like this is David. This guy.
The aliens will never kill him, though, as we shown with the Neomorph when he's
as the aliens evolve, they'll just do it for sport. Like they don't kill for meat. Come on, that shit's got acid blood.
Yeah.
Like, I think it's like just perpetually.
It's
just never gets hungry.
If David's gone crazy, then that's fine. But we have got to get a sense of what he actually wants. Because even Patrick Bateman in American Psycho goes crazy, but we have a sense of what exactly it is that he wants or wants to be understood.
I got a feeling he said something about why he was experimenting, creating, but I can't remember exactly what it was. Or was it just sheer morbid curiosity about what would happen if he changed? Because he said he was fascinated by the liquid, because the liquid, and he poured it out, it became gaseous and yada yada yada. And then obviously he mixed with it because there were these odd, like bugs and things that he'd obviously made out of it.
Yes.
And I have a feeling he said something about why he made them, or...
Well, he was left alone for 10 years on a planet. He was just, I might as well try to do something.
See what I'm doing, yeah. And he's playing God, essentially.
So he created life, or a form of life anyway. But I don't understand how.
Is it that...
Like, with just the liquid stuff that was in the last
I always
film?
assumed it was with the liquid and pieces of Elizabeth Shaw. Major biology to mix it with, and then he can do what... For some reason he can do what he wants with it.
Is that why the aliens have grown out of eggs?
Possibly.
The new ones?
The new ones, yes. They're in
women
these
have
odd
ovaries and things.
Maybe.
Oh, that's so gross. But also, why aren't there aliens running around this planet, by the way? Because he did the thing.
He dropped the thing down on those things.
And then, and then they came out of the engineers, and then why are they not still there? Why are there not loads of them? I mean, I know it's 10 years later, but
they're probably just going to eat themselves, right?
No, I don't know.
I don't know. Well, maybe, but you'd think there'd be something left. There's literally nothing alive on this planet.
Yeah, very effective use of sound, by the way. That there's so nothing on this planet that
there is nothing. Yeah,
there's no sound, no life, no anything, and that's great.
It's very cool.
But just if he's brought all the aliens to the engineer planet for no reason other than to be horrible and curious.
Oh, the thing is, if you realise there's literally nothing on this earth and there's wheat, you literally just go, "We're leaving. We're leaving."
Why is there wheat? Also, that's kind of fascinating. Okay, so
I don't know.
Because it's not like Let's say David single-handedly over 10 years actually did colonize and terraform the planet somehow on his own. Like he made it habitable for humans rather than just being like kind of like a post-apocalyptic wasteland of the planet. I mean, I guess you could argue the aliens just elsewhere on the planet because it is a planet.
It's a planet, yeah. It's huge. They could be, they could just be elsewhere over 10 years.
It really does seem like there's nothing there. Yeah. So I don't know.
So I took the wheat as there was something there from when the engineers were there. Because they made us alive. They made Earth and stuff. So I always took that as like that planet looked like that anyway.
Yeah.
And that stuff, and he does explain that stuff takes out biological life, but not plant life and things like that. It attacks like the meat of the planet, but not the veg, essentially.
Which is why David is under no threat.
Yes, because the aliens don't recognise him as something that they can destroy. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I took the wheat and stuff to just mean that was just what the engineers had, and the engineers made us. I was okay with that bit.
That works for me. I mean, it sounds like we've been shitting on the film a little bit, but no,
I did actually enjoy it.
I actually think it was really good. It was, when I finished it, I was like, yeah, that's a good film. Had this come out 40 years ago when the original Alien did, we would not complain.
We might think about it as the Alien film, yeah.
Yeah, it would be a classic because I mean, there's so much great cinematography in it. Like when David first turns up, or when he's walking up the steps of the thing, and you Pompeii and all that sort of thing. Like there are so many iconic. Looking shots in it that you go, this is such a proper
there's
film.
A whole city we don't step foot in.
Yeah, and it's a good film. I give it like a strong 7 out of 10, not like a weak 7 out of 10, maybe even 8, because if Alien came out now, if Alien the first came out now, we'd probably still complain about something.
Of course you would.
Probably so, and we don't fault a lot of things. In fact, that
I can't think of anything, but we probably would.
Yeah, probably. But what? Yeah. So I can't. I don't think it's fair to complain. It's about how much you want to. It's how much you want to dislike it.
Yeah.
As well, I think. I'm pleased this film exists. I'm very much looking forward to the rest of the franchise. I think also...
Yeah, I'm looking forward to a newer one more than I was when Prometheus ended. Like, the ending of this, I think, no, what happens next now? Whereas Prometheus ended was like,
Snap. Yeah.
Why did they do it that way?
I mean, plus, also, we were right about David released the thing and killed all the engineers. That is... We
that film would have been fine without that scene, if he'd have just told that story in dialogue. I know the film was like show don't tell, but like,
Yeah.
If he had just said, we came here, and... Although,
But also,
that scene
why
of
did
dropping it all was fucking cool.
It was, but also, why did he do that?
Yeah.
I mean, really, why did he do that?
Yeah.
Because I know
Because they would have outright killed him, right?
I don't think so, because they were like, hey,
They were
people!
praising
Yes.
people up, yeah.
Because I know the engineer in the last one was like, I'm gonna punch you, son, but like, these ones were like, this was a species, a community, and David kind of looks human. If anything, the engineers must know that they went and spawned life all over the universe. So, a human-looking guy turns up, and they're like, we've done it. Good shit. Excellent stuff. And Michael Fassbender, of all the people we could make, Michael Fassbender, bloody good. Worth it. Millions of years of evolution, Fassbender. Cool.
Cinema's gonna be fucking rocking.
I wouldn't take it that they just immediately go hostile, because they are as civilized as you'd hope we are. Maybe even, definitely more so.
We can't get into it.
I just feel like David killed them out of curiosity.
I think that's it.
Which, I don't know. Is that a bit much?
So I don't remember what David was like in Prometheus. Because he does what he does in Prometheus out of curiosity. Or disappointment with what he creates and things like that.
But also, he didn't know that black sludge stuff was going to
do anything, yeah.
What was that doing? Oh, that's horrible.
Yeah.
Whereas this one was like, nope, fuck them all of them.
Yeah, he goes from being curious to genocidal.
And
but it's one of those things where like David's working 100 times faster than us.
That's right. He's not human. He's not thinking the way we would. So you can argue that he doesn't.
Yeah, like emotions and everything made up.
Yeah,
crap.
that's something not going to drive him.
It'll work on him so quick.
Yeah,
like he can
that's
just
true.
mood swings.
What a reference. Anyway, we're coming up to 40-something minutes now. So we should probably wrap this up. What did you think of it, Aaron? Because we've actually said we liked it, and I don't think we've got your sort of the definitive Aaron Horsley opinion on Alien Covenant, the most long-awaited sci-fi film apart from Star Wars Episode 5, 7.
Blade Runner.
Nah,
it's not going to be good, is it?
I think it will be good, Blade Runner 2049, but I think it's not like 10 years.
Is it unneeded? Anyway, we're getting into Blade Runner now. That's another 40 minutes.
Yeah.
So out of 10, I give it a 5.5.
Okay, why?
I did just add 5 to that because of this conversation. There's like 20 things I have wrong with the movie, and
they are. Not that we have another hour, but
the major thing is the movie does feel like it's 2 movies, and you can't deny it. Like there is literally, it's like 35 minutes in, and then it's like, hey, it's Alien.
Yeah, so
it might be more than that,
and it might actually be more than that. And I do feel like with the prelude that I haven't seen, it's like 3 minutes. I need to watch it.
The Last Supper one.
Yeah, but
why would that not be in the film?
I think he means the other one, the David one.
I haven't seen it, so I don't know what I'm on about.
Okay, there are 2. But
all right, I haven't seen either of them, and
why were they not in the film?
I feel like you just come into it, and if I didn't know everybody was fucking married before going into this movie, I'd just be like, oh right, so all of them are couples, and it makes sense because it's a colony mission. Blah blah blah.
But I said this to Dan a minute ago, like because everybody's couples, which is like I guess it's fine because it's a colony mission, but equally
you don't have the crew.
It means
as couples, you have the colonists as couples,
and then because that means they've all got this emotional attachment to each other, which I get. Okay, that's
sometimes it came through well, like with Tex.
Yeah.
Tennessee, sorry.
Yeah.
And other times I was just like, oh right, because there's a point that Tex is having a conversation when everybody's back on the ship, and like everything's fine. Like this has happened within like a day, right?
Like really not very long.
Like 15 hours, if that. Like everything goes to shit once everybody hits the ground.
Yeah.
And I felt like we constantly needed that. Because this is a damn movie. Like there should be no laughter in this. Like pre-death, like everybody should be because with Alien and Aliens, like there's constant heartbeat. You literally feel like the soundtrack is literally a heart monitor, and that's excellent. That is literally excellent. Whereas with this, I was like, sweet, I could get a banjo and start playing Deliverance in a bit. I didn't want that, and for Aliens, to me, I don't care. I don't care about like David. I don't care about like the space jockeys. I don't actively care about like where everything came from. For me, it's the xenomorph and how mankind is fighting against this. Because like they've literally been around for like 20 years. How many you know?
According to this, yes.
Let me have a look.
Yeah, like there's no reason mankind should not have weapons to detect and destroy these things. Because these are coming to get us. These are literally the bloody Prometheans.
The engineers.
Thingy.
Well,
Yeah.
we called them that. They're not probably called the engineers, but yeah.
Yeah, because I don't know. It was kind of the stupidity, definitely with the egg. Come look into the giant egg sack.
Yeah, they could have done that.
And it felt like we've had the burster scene. We literally don't need this chest burster. We do not need more than one alien. Because like full-grown xenomorph, we need one of them.
Yeah.
And that thing is going to kill more people than any of these little bitches have.
I do find that for an alien film, it doesn't focus on the aliens at all.
But then it's got more things to focus on.
It
like
does.
its own philosophical pretensions.
Yeah, that's which I think is what I said yesterday, and that mini review thing I did. Like, the thing is, like, it's got all these things, but it kind of
Doesn't focus on
gets
them enough.
stretched out by the philosophical musings of it all.
But that's the thing. Like I don't know. It's a weird one. I have no intention of watching this movie again, and I would not tell anybody that is not an Alien fan to watch it.
I eventually see someone who's not an Alien fan watch it though. Also, according to this, according to moviepilot.com, Alien takes place in the year 2122, which means we've got 20 years until Alien and 10 years since Prometheus.
Okay.
But yeah, I didn't actively enjoy it. I might say thing is, I don't even think it's mediocre. I might actually just think it's bad. But that's
so interesting.
That's like I'm the only person I know that thinks that, and let's face it, Aaron's opinions are definitely his own.
And as all should be.
Yeah.
Yeah. What did you actually think of it, Dan? What would you actually give it out of 10, Mr. Alien Man?
Yes.
He's going to give it a 7.
No, I'd give it a 6.
A 6. How did I give it the best score?
I
knew it.
That's just better than Aaron.
I know. That doesn't mean I don't like it. I enjoyed it.
Sort of does.
But
6 is like you might as well have not made it.
no, 6 is above average.
6 is.
But
It
it's just.
feels safe. It feels like he had a tick list. It was like chestburster. Sorry, egg.
So that's what I'm saying. Well, yeah, there's all these things that
fully
an
grown
alien should
xenomorph.
have that they kind of go through, but it doesn't get the tone of it right for me. And my problem with that is, no, I actually quite like the Prometheus like musings as well.
Yeah.
But I think this film could have done a better job of tying those two together. Like, weaves in and out of them both quite well. They don't feel like at odds with each other, but
Yeah, but like with the Prometheus musings, I always thought it was like better in the original, where it was just like you'd be looking at them on a screen. The one on the screen will be on screen for like 7 seconds, and you'd be like, sorry, you can get like Whalen from Blade Runner is like actively in that, and that's really cool.
Yeah.
And that connects the two universes together.
I don't know, I find the creation of the aliens interesting. But my problem with the aliens are supposed to be kind of unknowable. Like, they're supposed to be alien, basically. But the problem with showing what they are is kind of like shining a light on it.
Okay, question. Is it an issue that the film definitely, 100%, without any doubt, demystifies the alien?
Yes. Yeah.
Definitely.
Because what made Alien great was that they were these things that they're unknowable. You don't know what they are or where they came from. Whereas this kind of...
Yeah, I always imagine them like holding orgies and then evolving off that.
Sure.
Like, that was the bluntest way to put it.
Well, that doesn't mean I didn't like the way David created them, and I liked looking around his like odd, horrible Frankenstein workshop.
I don't like the fact that it's
looking
become
at-
the Michael Fassbender show. Like he's outshining the Xenomorph. Because he can literally just be like, can't touch this, dun, 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 dun. And
what
you're
I
just
was
like,
before, like-
fucking kill the guy.
So that's what I was on about with for an alien film. It doesn't focus on the aliens very much, and there's quite a few of them in it.
Yeah.
They're not like the focus of it all.
I mean, we'll probably. I mean, we have to get more of that.
I think
as the
I think
films
the balance will
progress.
change. I think it'll be Prometheus and it'll be with Alien, whereas this one kind of balances out a little bit more. I think the next one, you can't see what I'm doing with my hands. There's kind of like a scales of Alien one side, Prometheus on the other. And like I presume as it goes further on,
It'll be more and more alien.
you'll take out more and more Prometheus, more and more Alien, because you've kind of answered the big question now. We know exactly where they come from.
Yeah.
This film actually answers most of the questions that Prometheus set out to answer.
Okay.
So it means the next one shouldn't be
It
bogged
took
down.
us 2 movies. This is actually a
It means
movie.
the
It's
next one
Prometheus
shouldn't
Part
be
2.
bogged down in it all.
Okay.
Because we know those answers now. So we know he's going somewhere, he's going to infect colonists with it.
So what?
Still don't know how he's going to get
He's not going
the
to
Quasar
6.
ship to LV-426 though.
Yeah, he's magic. He'll figure it out.
Because he's not going to 6 right now.
I have no idea.
He can't be.
Well,
Because if he
so
has to
that-
go...
Wait, no, he is going to Orogai 6, isn't he?
He is,
oh,
yeah.
and he's going to go and kill Orogai 6.
What if Orogai 6
Exciting.
is where Alien takes place? Which is fine again.
What's the
but
point?
then they've already found that planet
But then
named
why
it, so that
wouldn't
doesn't work.
they
Okay, never
already-
mind. Yeah, no.
What's the point in going to a planet that has nobody on it?
So he can be horrible
So you
on
can
his
start
own.
again. Yeah.
But there's nothing there to kill.
And then he's
What's he
gonna-
going to do?
well, then
Land
he's gonna-
everybody chill,
He doesn't
get
want to
back
kill,
on the ship.
He doesn't want to kill stuff. He wants to create.
But he doesn't want to kill us, though.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter where he goes.
And then he's going to be like, Wayland, yeah, Orogai 6 is good. Send everyone on Earth. Nice.
He doesn't want to kill. He wants to create. That's my thing with David.
But literally, what you got left to create? Queens? That's it, right?
Whatever he wants, though, he can do whatever he likes with that stuff.
But why does he want to do that?
Okay, with
That's the thing.
We're
There's
running
no
on
motivation
50
for him to
minutes
do
right
it.
now.
Yeah,
we
that's
are
true.
at
We're
50 minutes, so I have one final question before we wrap this up, and that is one that you've not thought about. What do we think the next Alien film will be called? Because when he started up his Wagner tunes, I'm like, Alien Valhalla. Because he's like, what's his name, going into Valhalla?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because why not? That's clearly the naming scheme now, isn't it? Like textual references and ancient shit.
Moving on with all the colonists, does that not make you worry that the next one might be aliens and not alien? As in, there's a lot of people. He can infect a lot of people and have a lot of aliens.
Yeah, and then
I
he's got
don't-
a ship of aliens.
I don't want. I don't want to go to a planet and colonize it with lots of aliens. I kind of want one because I like one.
Just
Also,
chuck them on the airlocks, man. Just get down there,
Yeah.
have fun. You'll
Stay
survive
away
for
from
4.
her, you bitch.
Go make a house on the lake, bitch.
although if there's 2 films, at some point he's got to go back to an engineered planet because he has to pick up the Quasar ship and drop it on thingy. He has to
He's got a better ship now. He's got the Covenant.
Yeah, but you know that planet, that ship has to land on LV-426 for Ripley to find it.
That's true. Maybe they just
That
got
bugged
more
me.
than one.
I think he should have flown away in it, or win another one. I don't know if we get another one from because he crashed that ship.
Right. Oh, here's how you just make that better.
Yeah.
You have him crash on the alien. Like when they go at the end of Prometheus, you have him crash on the alien planet in Alien, and then just leave it at that. And then this film, kind of, they land.
Yeah.
On, like why not just have the alien planet be the same as the engineered planet? Actually,
That could work as well. You got a ship there. Yeah. No.
And then we don't need any because they still discover the space jockey as well, don't
That
they?
is true.
Which
But also,
is,
it's a space jockey that's been infected and come out of. There's nothing in that seat because he flew it.
but then that thing's in Prometheus, but on a different planet in Alien.
Yeah.
Ridley.
So he needs to get that ship to that planet with someone in that seat to have a thing burst out for them to find and then to lay eggs.
Sounds fake.
So I don't. Yeah. I don't quite see how he's going to tie up. But I'm sure they've
That's
probably got
alright.
a plan.
It's alright.
Like 2 films, 4 hours of a film is enough time to plan that. To
In
fix
Ridley,
that, it's
we
fine.
trust.
It's just going to be called Alien Retcon.
Well, we have been Game Over. We've been talking about Alien Covenant.
Yeah.
Go see it.
Yeah.
Bye bye.
Done.
Right.